Здоровайся с людьми.
Loveless is definitely a film about love, but despite the most popular representatives of this genre, talks about it in a completely different manner. It is a storytelling by the method of absence.
Я бы провел такую параллель. Может, она высокая, однако, но вы, наверное, знаете, что есть такое апофатическое богословие. Вот его направление мысли, апофатика, в том и заключается, что в поисках Бога богословы, разбирая мир на элементы, на части, на молекулы, берут предмет и говорят, это Бог? Нет, это не Бог.
Loveless, of course, not just a beautiful word, but the very essence of the film. Grown people end one relationship and start another. They seem to be afraid of loneliness and want tenderness, care, warmth. But it turns out that this need is a convenient self-deception. Their love, a form of rational egoism, cutting off all unnecessary factors. Anesthesia, a way to forget about feelings and, if possible, do without them at all. Then there will be harmony, a comfortable status quo. A disappeared child, like an unplanned pregnancy once, disrupts everything, destroys the calculation, puts a footstep. A hole appears that cannot be patched. Alyosha became an empty place. Is it an omen or an empty, pointless sign, a false trail of which there are many in the film? For example, a figure going into the darkness, which the camera follows with unexpected attention, losing sight of it forever. And then there is the final emptiness of the once inhabited flat, in which gastarbiters are renovating, tearing off the wall a poster, The Duty Children's Utopia, from Alyosha's room. And finally, the emptiness of the last sign of incorrigible disaster, a mangled corpse in the morgue, shown in passing and unidentifiable. This is another manifestation of emptiness. The boy leaves at the beginning when you could still run in his footsteps, find, stop, return, and parents elementary do not notice it. Alyosha has long been in a blind spot. He can't get out of it. This becomes clear even before the scene in the morgue. In the final scene, the rain washes away the features of the leaflet about the lost child. Blindness, darkness, no longer memory, not yet oblivion. Emptiness as uncertainty, ellipse, lacuna, silence. The basis of Andrei Zvyagintsev method, his dramaturgy and visual language.
Так вот, фильм об этом, о полном отсутствии эмпатии, о полном отсутствии в нас самих сочувствия к другим и понимания, почему так сложилось.
Is there room for empathy with such characters, or perhaps with the world itself? Andrei Zvyagintsev is often reproached for how pessimistic he is in his films. Regarding this, his films Elena and Leviathan have received the most criticism. Loveless was also included in this list immediately after its premiere. However, despite the overwhelming indifference, this film has the most distinct sense of light, a manifestation of unconditional love. A group of volunteers, written off from the real-life Liza Alert movement. Volunteers take an adult position, adequate for the situation of uncertainty, is demonstrated in the film by the members of the Volunteer Rescue Squad, who take it upon themselves to organize the search for the missing boy. They act extremely efficiently, instantly deploying a headquarters that clearly manages the rescue operation, interviewing witnesses, cooperating with the police, hospitals, and the school. The images of the members of the rescue team perform a certain function in the film. They demonstrate the very possible way out of dislike, the only working, non-destructive way of coping with uncertainty. They notice everything, they understand. They don't pity or comfort anyone, but they don't judge either. Volunteers literally enter the desolate, cold landscape, humanizing it. Where there is a void, they fill it with themselves. Where something is irretrievably lost, they search for it. If Boris and Zhenya are people without free will, dependent on other people, the image of volunteers is an image of participation and activity.
Как это у Борхеса? Какое слово в условиях загадки не употребляется? Ясное дело, что отгадка. В этом смысле фильм-то работает как раз от обратного. Он создает такое напряжение, неприятие вот такого уклада, что ли, или таких отношений, да, что он бросает человека в обратную сторону.
Love is not a given. Love is as much an art that requires discipline, patience, concentration, and inner freedom. A missing family evokes neither sympathy nor understanding. Their actions evoke judgment. This is how dislike is born. But in order to break this vicious circle, we have no other option but empathy.
Мне кажется, каждый знает, что такое любовь. Просто прячется от нее. Просто, как бы сказать, бежит от нее, боится ее. То есть мы знаем, что нужно делать. Но почему-то вот трудно эта работа делать это.
Ты никогда не вернешься домой, но мне все кажется.